Yeah. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Frank Nino, aka Frankie Footage. Here, my guy, Mr. Crack.
Yep.
Still one of the hottest mixtape DJs in the streets.
Yep, you know what it is.
You know what I mean? So, Mr. Crack, man, what's going on, man? It's like you've been slowing down and all that, man. You ain't in that third lane no more, man. You look like you're slowing down the mixtapes, man. What's going on?
Nah, I ain't gonna say I'm not. Yeah, I'm slowing down as before. I remember I used to drop mixtapes like once a week, and then I stopped doing it like once a month. And then now, for a long period, I started doing it like once every 2 months, but now I'm doing it like every 3 months now and stuff. And I think it's time to slow down doing it and stuff. You know, I'm happy with where it's at, but it's still a lot of work that gotta be done to get to that next level and shit. So, you know, I'm really trying to concentrate more, trying to get online to certain sites and shit, but you know, it's not as easy as doing it and stuff, and it's a lot of groundwork, you know, to be done with that. But also at the same time, I personally feel like, yo, if I put out 10 to 12 mixtapes or 15 mixtapes, that should last for like 3 months or better and stuff. It's just that people are moving too fast, wanting new music all the time. Like, they're not giving DJs enough time to put a good mixtape together. If I was to do one every week or every month, Fab may not put out enough music to do a whole mixtape and stuff. So sometimes it may take a year. So, you know, to have enough new music. So I decided, you know, I'm gonna try to slow it down a bit. Like I said, if I got 10, 12 mixtapes and stuff, that's enough. And I'm from the old era and stuff. You know, I remember listening to Biggie Ready to Die for a whole year, or Raekwon Purple Tape for a whole year over and over and stuff. So I still had that mentality like, yo, you should rock with this project for a whole year. There's enough new music on it and shit, so, but people are moving too fast. There's just too much new music coming out, so I'm at the point where I'm, you know, slowing down myself and shit.
So it's not the money,
nah,
like that. It's just
the money is good. It's good money and stuff, but it's a lot of work, you know. And plus, really, I'm tired of driving to New York every week or every month, man, dealing with that traffic. I've been doing it for about like 7 or 8 years. It could be 9 years. You know, like I ain't into it doing it like that.
Time consuming.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your plans on moving forward now with the mixtape, man? Like, what's the future for Mr. Crack right now in the mixtape game? What's the next move?
I think by like in a year, well, I'm trying to plan for next summer. And really, if I could get this going, then I need to, you know, start messing with artists, having them hosting mixtapes, doing interviews with them and stuff. So I think by like next summer, I'll be ready to make those moves. That's what I'm really trying to do. If I could get that going, then it'll give me enough energy to, you know, get back into it and do it like once a month or once a week to see how, you know, because I think that's the real thing that I really need at this moment to catapult me to the next level.
Okay, no doubt. So what do you say to the people who don't like you talking on the mixtapes and all that, man?
Man, people don't understand. It's a lot of work to do these mixtapes. You know, sit there for hours putting these mixtapes together. You know, it takes time. And obviously, I know you know about it. We talk about it all the time. You don't even want to do it and stuff. So, you know, imagine gotta do 12 mixtapes and stuff and sit there. It's not hard work. It's just time consuming. It gets boring and stuff. Yeah, so I don't, you know, wanting to sit in front of the computer. I don't even like typing up the track list and stuff. Or now you really gotta look and search for songs to make sure you have put the mixtape together, have all the new music. So for me to do all this work and then don't talk on the mixtapes and get no credit for it, it's like, why am I even doing it and stuff? This ain't like the old days where the money was better than the actual publicity from it. You know, getting your name out there like that. It ain't like that no more. So now, you know, you get the money and you want the notoriety from it. So You know, I'm not gonna stop talking. And plus, it's only a few people. Out of all the love I get, I say out of 20 people, maybe 4 don't like it. But the other 16 be like, yo, I love what you're doing. And some of them already know, like, yo, you don't even talk on the mixtapes like that. At least you don't talk over the song or at the end. You just talk at the beginning of it. So, you know, it's cool with me. And so I think, you know, people just have more of a inclination to complain and cry over stupid stuff all the time. Like, look, if you don't want talking on the mixtape, go buy the song on iTunes and stuff. Go search for it, because you don't want to do the work and get the music or don't know where to get it at. Then it ain't my fault.
Buy a different mixtape, DJ.
Yeah, it's a bunch of them. Everybody doing it, but I know since I'm the hottest mixtape on the street and I really go out there and do research and get this music and songs for y'all, that y'all like my mixtapes. Y'all just don't want me to talk, but I don't give a fuck. Don't come to me complaining about that, because I'm going to talk on the mixtape. So if you don't like my product, don't buy it. Look, I don't like Coke or Pepsi. I'm not going to go to Coke or Pepsi and complain that they changed the flavor of it. I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to buy the drink that I do like. So trying to convince me to not talk on it, you're wasting your time. Don't even bother me about it. Just say, hey, I don't like that type of mixtape or him talking on it. Let me get the other DJ's mixtape and stuff. So it is what it is. You're wasting your time, because they're not gonna change. The only way I change now, the only way I change if I noticed it was a decline in sales on the mixtapes. But it's not. It's going up. The same people still buying the same amount and stuff. Or they, you know, certain people love me. So I'm not gonna stop. It just is what it is.
It is what it is.
Now, would you stop talking on mixtapes?
Nah, I ain't gonna stop.
All right, then.
I wouldn't stop my damn self.
All right, then.
But, you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm gonna tell you what the streets want to know, man. That's all. I'm just asking the questions. People complaining about, you know, sometimes they don't like Ron Paul's voice on the mixtape. So I'm asking people to, you know, listen to this so you can address it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking the question. That's all. You know, like, you know, it is what it is. I'm on your side. Shit, I don't give a fuck. Don't buy the product.
It is what it is.
We don't give a fuck. We still moving. We still in that third lane.
Yep.
Now, Khalid Mohammed.
Yeah.
We have a couple quotes from on your mixtape, in your last drop you just made. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, him being controversial and like a radical and all that, how do you play this into your mixtape game? Do you feel people are gonna look at you different, or like how does that work for you?
You know, I watched one speech by Dr. Khalid Mohammed, and what he said in there, he was talking about Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson and stuff, and he said something to the fact like, look, if you gotta duck and hide, and when white people come around and distance yourself from me, then don't be involved with me whatsoever. You could just go your way and I go mine. And that struck a chord in my brain like, yo, you know what, he's right. Like, I'm not about to sit here and say to myself like, yo, I don't love Dr. Khalid Mohammed because some of the stuff he said, when I agree with him damn near 99.9% of the time. And stuff. I mean, the only thing I say I disagree with him on is that he felt that we could get the job done in America and stuff instead of, I think we could get it done in Africa more than anything and stuff. I don't think it's gonna happen from the inside. I think it needs to be done from the outside. So that's my only disagreement with him on. But everything else, even the radical stuff he says, I understand it. See, what people like to do, they like to take like sound bites and turn it into something what he's not saying and stuff, and it may come across as radical, but nobody don't see these same things that the government does as radical and stuff. You know, nobody says, hey, since the Iraq war, over 500,000 people had died over that, and nobody don't find that radical. It's normal and stuff, just to kill people for whatever interest that they serving in that country and stuff. You know, some people believe it's over oil. You know, some people believe it's over weapons of mass destruction, that he had them. Whatever the case may be, whatever you believe and stuff, but nobody says, hey, he didn't. I mean, people say, hey, he didn't have weapons of mass destruction unless some neoconservative come up with some report later on that they found them, but it's largely believed he didn't have it. But you got 500,000 people that died since the invasion, and it's not radical. But when Dr. Khalid Mohammed says the same thing in the interest of black people, all of a sudden it's radical. So, you know, I just like know what, you know, I'm not gonna hide, you know, from what I believe and what I think. To me, he's the greatest leader of all time. You know, I fell in love with Malcolm, but